Hey guys, what's up? It's the King of Games 98, and guess what? I'm back, and so that means you're back too on another 5-minute video game review. Okay, so a few minutes ago, guys, as you can see, the game I have in front of me here, a few minutes ago, I just finished beating the single-player campaign mode of Uncharted 4, A Thief's End for Sony PlayStation 4. Now, for those of you who don't know, I am a huge fan of the Uncharted video game series. And so, at this point in time, I had already played through and already beat Uncharted 1, Drake's Fortune, Uncharted 2, Among Thieves, and Uncharted 3, Drake's Deception. And so I just needed to play and beat Uncharted 4, Thief's End, which a while back I started playing, and I just now have beat. So I figured, since I started doing 5-minute video game reviews every time I beat a video game, I figured, why not? Let's do it. So, okay. I went into playing Uncharted 4, Thief's End, not really expecting a whole lot. And I was kind of sad to start playing it because I knew that by the end of the game and when I beat it, that I was going to be really sad because I really don't think Naughty Dog is going to make any more Uncharted games, and if they do, I don't think they're going to have Nathan Drake in the games, and I freaking love the character of Nathan Drake. Okay, so, let me show you the inside of the case. No instruction manual. That's cool. Inside, there's the game disc. Okay, so since there's no instruction manual for this game and the back cover doesn't really do enough explaining, I'm going to briefly tell you guys the main story, or I guess premise of this game without really ruining anything. So basically, Nathan's older brother Sam gets in a really big jam, and he gets into debts that he can't pay. And so basically, he gets broken out of jail, or prison, and finds Nathan, and they reunite, and they go looking for the pirate Henry Avery's lost treasure so that they can collect the treasure and use it to pay off the people that Sam owes debts to. That's basically the entire premise of this game, and so that's what I would say basically the whole game revolves around. You and Sam, or you, Sam, and Elena, or just you and Elena, but, you know, you're going around, you know, it basically leads up to finding Henry Avery's treasure, to free Sam, to collect the treasure, to pay the guys off that Sam owes debts to. Okay, so that's basically how I would sum up the story of Uncharted 4, Thief's End. Okay, so with the remaining time, I'm going to talk now about my thoughts, feelings, and opinions, likes, dislikes, about Uncharted 4. Okay. So, at the beginning of this video, I stated that I already have played and beat Uncharted 1, 2, and 3. And that's how. Boom! I got Uncharted the Nathan Drake collection on a physical copy disc, which just has the single-player campaigns of Uncharted Drake's Fortune, Uncharted 2 Among Thieves, and Uncharted 3 Drake's Deception. I actually picked up my copy of this at a flea market a while back, and I think I might have paid like only $5 or $10 for it, but I was happy as hell to buy it. Because up until that point in time, I never played a single Uncharted game before in my life. And when Naughty Dog made the first 3 Uncharted games in HD, I was blown away with just how the trailers looked, so I was like, I gotta get that game. So I got it. Played the crap out of all 3 of them, like almost as soon as I got this game. Loved every second of it. Then, you know, Uncharted 4 Thief's End gets released, and these are the first 3, and then I'm like, oh, I gotta get 4 now. Well, by the time Naughty Dog came to Uncharted 4 Thief's End, how do I put this? Uncharted 4 Thief's End compared to the first 3 Uncharted games, it just wasn't the same. Okay. Gameplay for Uncharted 4 Thief's End was the same as the first 3. It was great. Controls were great. No lag. Buttons were fluid. You know, no problem. Didn't have a problem with the controls. Gameplay was great. Graphics, I thought, were great. Full 1080p HD, I think running at 60 frames per second. Everything looked beautiful. The story. The story of Uncharted 4 Thief's End, I didn't care for, and I thought it was really lacking. I don't know if any of you who are watching this video know this, but when Uncharted 4 Thief's End went into game development, I believe, don't quote me on this, I believe the head project manager of the Uncharted series who was at Naughty Dog, it was a woman, I forget her name, she either got fired or she resigned. So Uncharted 4 A Thief's End was basically left to whoever else took on the project and made the game. In other words, what I'm getting at is Uncharted 4 A Thief's End was not made by the same president who helped produce the first 3 games. So with that, you know, now that you guys are aware and know of that, with that being said, I could really kind of see a big difference in Uncharted 4 Thief's End, in Uncharted 4 Thief's End's story. I personally did not really like the story. To me, I thought the story was really lacking, and I thought Naughty Dog could have done a really better job. I felt like Naughty Dog could have done a better job with the story, but because that happened, well, I don't know if it was last minute, but at the start of the production of Uncharted 4, I feel like the game kind of got screwed over. I don't know. That's just one of my personal opinions, but yeah. So, you know, controls great, gameplay great, graphics don't have a problem with. Characters still lovable, memorable. I thought it was really cool getting to meet Nathan Drake's older brother Sam. Other than that, I can't really say any other good things about it. Okay, so now I'm going to get into the things I didn't like about this game. Well, number one, as I already started off with, I didn't really care for the story. I thought the story was really lacking. I thought the story could have been better. Again, I'm just going to restate what I previously said. This game, I feel like this game got screwed over because a different president, got involved with this game's development and project, and I feel like Naughty Dog didn't really care that much producing. I feel like Naughty Dog didn't put much effort or time and like story development into this game. I don't know. And it really pains me to talk bad about Naughty Dog because Naughty Dog is such a freaking fantastic video game company. I just feel like Naughty Dog really didn't try their best there for Uncharted 4 Thief's End's story. Yeah, so number one, I did not care for Uncharted 4 A Thief's End's story. I thought it lacked. I thought it could have been better. Number two, the music. The music in the game was okay, but I thought it wasn't as memorable as the music in the other 3 Uncharted games. Like, again, I feel like that was lacking and it really could have been better. The characters in the game were okay. I mean, the main antagonist, Theif, he was okay, but like as the main bad guy and the villain, I don't know. He didn't he didn't really seem all that, I don't know, villainy. I don't know. Not going to spoil anything by saying this, but the final boss battle in Uncharted 4 Thief's ending, I did not like it all, and quite frankly, I thought it freaking sucked. Yeah, because at least from my personal experience, when, I played the first 3 Uncharted games and, you are at the end of the game and you get to the final boss battle, that's like a big deal. It's really exciting and you're like sitting on the edge of your freaking seat. With Uncharted 4 Thief's End final boss battle, I gotta be honest, it just didn't really do anything for me. Now, I'm not going to spoil anything about the final boss battle. I'm just saying, I thought the final boss battle sucked. I did not like it at all. And probably the final thing I could say that I did not like about Uncharted 4 Thief's End was the difficulty. Now, I picked, at the beginning of the game, for the difficulty setting, I picked moderate. Now, I'm not going to lie to you guys, when I'm normally first starting out and playing a new video game for the first time, I'm usually that guy who picks the normal difficulty setting. I don't go easy and I don't go ridiculously hard. I just go in between in normal, because that usually is just right for me and I still have a great time enjoying and playing and beating the video game. So I chose the moderate difficulty setting for Uncharted 4. And I gotta be honest with you guys, that difficulty setting was a joke. And why do I say that it was a joke? Because it felt like the game was still too easy. It felt like even though I chose the difficulty setting moderate, it felt like I chose the difficulty setting easy for the game. I just didn't feel like I was challenged. I felt like the game was very easy and you could just play through it in like if you sat down one day and just played nothing but that game for that whole day straight, I feel like you could probably beat the entire game in one whole day flat. So yeah. Yeah. So yeah, those are some of the main issues I had with Uncharted 4: A Thief's End. So yeah. Other than that, I'm pretty much done with what I liked and what I really didn't like about the game. So just to recap, so I said I did not like the story of the game. The music, didn't really care for it. The characters, they were okay. The main villain, I thought was not really a villain. And last but not least, the difficulty setting. I thought the difficulty setting was a joke. Oh, and the final boss fight I thought was a joke and really bad. Okay, so I'm going to wrap up this video. I just wanted to recap. If you didn't get everything that I said that I didn't really like about the game, that was the recap. Believe it or not, Uncharted 4 Thief's End, for me personally, ranks all the way at the bottom for my top favorite Uncharted games in order. And in case anyone is wondering, what are my favorite Uncharted games ranked in order, this would be that order. Uncharted 3, Drake's Deception, Uncharted 2, Among Thieves, Uncharted, Drake's Fortune, then Uncharted 4, Thief's End. So yeah, Uncharted 4, Thief's End, I really rank all the way at the bottom. Sorry, but that's just my personal opinion. Okay guys, so my final rate for Uncharted 4, A Thief's End, and this really pains me to say this, but my final rate for Uncharted 4, Thief's End is going to be a 5 out of 10. I personally never thought I would play an Uncharted game that I really didn't like that much, but I guess we all discover video games in series, or new video games that we don't really like as much as we did other games. I don't know. But, yeah. And so, just gonna put that there. I do, in fact, own a copy of Uncharted: The Lost Legacy, also for PlayStation 4. Now, I have not started this game yet at all, because I wanted to wait till I finished playing and beating Uncharted 4: Thief's End. So, I'm not sure if I'm going to start playing Uncharted: The Lost Legacy right now, or if I'm going to wait a little bit and then play it, because there's a couple other games I've been really dying and itching to play. So, yeah. I actually own all of the Uncharted video games except one, and I'm sure you diehard Uncharted fans can already guess which one, because you don't see it here, and that game is Uncharted: The Golden Abyss for PlayStation Vita. I heard, as an Uncharted game, that it's great, and I especially heard for an Uncharted game on the Vita as a handheld, it's freaking awesome. So, I'm going to try really hard to get a copy of Uncharted: The Golden Abyss for Vita. And yeah. Okay, wow. That was a lot longer review than I'd wanted to, but oh well. Alright guys, so that's going to do it for this review. Thanks for watching, and until next time, I'll see you on the next video game review. Thanks for watching, guys, and have a good one.